Friendzy provides social emotional learning for students kindergarten through 8th grade, focusing on teaching proactive friendship skills and emotional competency. We aim to build emotional intelligence that helps students navigate school, relationships, and life. My name is Julie Widman. I'm a co-founder of Friendzy, and we partner with schools just like yours to build lifelong friendships, student resilience, and understanding among students. As a social emotional character development program, Friendzy is unique. Friendzy is anchored on a concept that is universal but often overlooked in education: friendship. Unlike other programs, Friendzy is vertically aligned across all grade bands, which creates connection throughout the school campus or district. Friendzy is comprehensive and flexible, which makes it easy to use with low-burden printed material, online resource portals, professional development, family engagement resources, and ongoing white glove support. So our schools really have everything they need to succeed. And finally, Friendzy is designed to be an affordable option for schools. As a nonprofit organization, we are deeply committed to ensuring that every student feels seen, heard, and understood. We believe that budget constraints should never stand in the way of that. Of course, every school wants to know if social emotional learning will have real results. Friendzy has a proven track record. Our schools who are on our program are reporting measurable improvements in students' emotional intelligence, competencies, classroom behavior, and even academic performance. So here's a look at some of our data. We surveyed our schools and we saw that with Friendzy, 26% of students who scored below average in perspective taking actually scored in the normal range a year later. Now, these are normed results, and so that improvement is normed for age level. Social perspective taking is what allows students to take the consideration of others, and it's really an indication of empathy. We know that increasing empathy by 26% is going to increase classroom connection and a feeling of belonging on campus. Social emotional character development is not just merely a nice to have, but it's a powerful tool to enhance student achievement and well-being. In fact, a 2024 RAND report shows that 83% of schools are now utilizing some sort of social emotional learning character development program. This is illustrating the rising importance of this programming in today's educational landscape. Friendzy is backed by research, and what research is continuing to indicate is that there's a growing need for social emotional learning programs in schools. Friendzy finds its roots in research by focusing on teaching the 5 core competencies of social emotional learning. These competencies are the foundation for our curriculum, and each lesson is designed to deepen students' understanding and application of these real-life skills in context. By aligning these proven pillars, Friendzy empowers students not only to improve academically, but to thrive socially and emotionally. Through self-awareness, that is the first social emotional competency, students are going to learn self-efficacy and how to recognize their emotions. Students know their personal value, their strengths, and their limitations. Self-management, the second competency, helps students develop self-control and organizational skills. Our third competency is responsible decision-making. This actually helps students identify problems and then take ethical responsibility for their actions. Social awareness, our fourth competency, helps students build respect for others and foster empathy. And then finally, our last competency is relationship skills. And this is what at Friendzy we consider the heart of our program. These skills are what is equipping students to resolve conflicts, communicate effectively, and all working through the lens of how we teach this and other skills. As we move on, I want us to take a peek at the DNA of Friendzy, because Friendzy really supports whole child well-being in 3 ways: whole students, whole schools, and whole communities. We provide whole student support through engaging teacher-led curriculum guides, student workbooks, and digital teaching supplements to empower students in the classroom. We also want to encompass our teaching to really lead the entire school. So whole schools is where we provide teacher support and educator support through professional development, ongoing education, optional student assessments that enhance instructional effectiveness. And then through whole communities, we connect and extend our programming to community with parent engagement material, supplemental digital resources, and customizable communication tools. This is all designed to foster a connected and supportive environment for students. Here we can see a visual representation of some of the digital and printable resources available through our programming. Our schools each teach explicit lessons for 20 to 40 minutes each week with our easy-to-use printed teacher guides. With Friendzy, educators can teach empathy, self-awareness, conflict resolution, and more without adding to their workload. We make the social-emotional learning easy to integrate and impactful from day one. Getting a little bit more granular, Friendzy stands out in the classroom because of its unique unit catchphrase.
Because of Friendzy, I know that practice makes permanent. Because of Friendzy, I learned to sort it out. Because of Friendzy, I know to have partnership power.
These catchy catchphrases reinforce core emotional intelligence competencies and engage the students, helping them connect and retain the skills that are taught in every unit. This simple but powerful integration keeps these lessons taught in each unit top of mind for students by fostering consistent school-wide culture of social emotional growth. What truly matters is the real-world impact Friendzy has on students' lives. We partner with schools across the U.S., and recently one of our partner schools in Michigan shared a story of dramatic shift in classroom behavior in just 6 months. Their students went from constant arguments on the playground to forming friendships and working together in the classroom. Our unique program doesn't just teach emotional competency skills, it helps track emotional growth with real time, allowing educators to measure the program's impact, not only through data and assessments, but by seeing this real world change that takes place daily in the classrooms, the hallways, the cafeterias, and the blacktops.
Like the catchphrase, it's been helping our whole school kind of get on the same page.
And everything's so well done. And like she said, turnkey. I can have my digital slides and it's not putting an extra burden. It's this amazing resource and tool.
Friendzy is amazing. Friendzy is life-changing. Friendzy is the best thing to happen to our school.
I know as a teacher and then later a principal, just trying to support that was a big goal of the schools that I was working in, because we just don't want our kids to succeed just academically. We want them to be whole and happy. And so it's definitely been an area of focus in the last few years, which I'm glad to see the spotlight on mental health.
Imagine a classroom where students collaborate, resolve conflict independently, and support each other. That's what Friendzy creates. Schools where academic learning and emotional development happen side by side without sacrificing one for the other. Feel free to scan the QR code to download a free curriculum sample and daily reinforcement tool. Experience Friendzy firsthand yourself. While you're there, fill out a quick quote request form to connect with a partnership specialist. We'd love to guide you through each step of implementation.